Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is November 9th, 2022. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, friends and families on Facebook joining us and also on YouTube. Look who's here today again. I love it when I'm sitting here today talking with Michael Williams. And let's just wait for a few more minutes before everyone kind of jumping on, joining us, and then we're gonna get started very soon. How's everyone doing? Did you guys enjoy the founders' feedbacks and all that is going on in OnPassive? We are in such a blessed and exciting time. Don't you feel that, everyone? Come on. Please go ahead and share this out, and we're going to start this very shortly. Let me go on my Facebook, just make sure that we are live right now. Yes, we are. 1 second, Michael, we are live. Okay, we're in the proper place at the proper time. All right, so we are now live on my YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on Chris Johnson's YouTube, on Marty DeGalmo YouTube channel, on Sherry Durstaway YouTube channel, on Listra, on Bruce Gerstein. There's a few channels. We're going to start adding on more channels and replace them. Anyway, we are here and we are excited that you are joining us today. Let's just see how's everyone doing out there in the Facebook world. Just 1 second. All right, let's get started. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here with me today again. If you could please say hello to everyone.
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you, Julie, for having me with you again. It certainly is a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Michael. Michael, in the past couple days, couple weeks, we talk about OnPassive more into, we dive deep into the connections of it. So today, truly, I want to talk about OnPassive is interconnected. That is our topic today. When Mr. Mufareh said, okay, we need to have a shout out of what OnPassive is one word. There are so many beautiful words that was shout out on that webinar. And then there's a word from our favorite people behind the OnPassive brand. There's product, but deeply to me, deep down my heart that day, I said OnPassive is interconnectedness. It's a long word and I'm having trouble pronouncing it, saying it, but it's truly, to me, it is interconnected. Your thought, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a perfect word, actually, because OnPassive is interconnected in so many different ways, right? That I'm sure as we go through over the next few minutes, we'll be able to get that message across. And how is it interconnected? Because it's a perfect way to describe it.
Absolutely. And let's get started with OnPassive as a brand itself. Up until this point, OnPassive has attracted so many great people around the world based on what we have witnessed the other day, where Mr. Mufareh, our CEO, introduced some of the people, behind the brand of OnPassive. So let's get started, Michael.
Yeah, for sure. I would even go before that and just look at, the people that have been attracted as we coined the phrase now, brand ambassadors, just looking how the globe, right, is interconnected. And OnPassive being a global company, we've certainly connected with individuals, in all the continents, right? All the various countries around the world, the various religious backgrounds, educational background, all of that culture, so even from that standpoint, this is an interconnected company. because we're so diverse, right? We're so diverse in people and in backgrounds, for sure.
Wow. Wow, that is so true. And that point started over 4 years ago, right? And Mr. Mufara said the other day, I have a dream, and that dream has been upgraded often. And he's about to open and share that manifestation of the dream to the world. But yet, there are so many people that he connected with along the way, right? Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the great men and women behind the scene of Unpassive brand?
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, when we look at the team that we have in Hyderabad, right, and we've seen some of those staff there, and their contribution to what we have, all the technology, the products, all the innovation, we look at that and look at the team in Dubai, and their contribution, starting with the brand marketing campaigns in Burj Khalifa and the rest of the Dubai area. When we see that, when we've been introduced to all media, and we see the brilliant people there that will take care of our communication, take care of our marketing. Again, talking about the World Cup, that's going to be attracting people again right across the world. So everything that we do is interconnected. There's nothing that is standalone. There's nothing that is isolated, right? Including the products. So everything that we do is that. Us as brand ambassadors. We have some talented people that are within that mix. When we look at not just those that we had coined, leadership council members, but just the ambassadors at large. Right? We have a lot of talent, people with PhDs, people with master's degrees, people that are scientists, just an incredible amount of people spanning from the Caribbean to Asia, just all over the world. We have some brilliant people in Unpassive, and that can only make us stronger, right? We are the best of the best. The 1.4 that's in right now, we are the best of the best. We are the ones who saw the vision, who understood what our CEO was putting forth, and we locked arms with him. And here we are today, getting ready to unleash, this massive company that is going to help transform humanity in such a positive way. So look out, world, here we come.
Absolutely, look out, because the most beautiful thing that I see, Michael, is that Mr. Mufara connecting with the people that has the same vision, right? Same integrity, same values, same common goals, common dream, right? And they're focusing on to basically lifting up humanity. And I think that's really beautiful, where we also coined the phrase artificial intelligence with a heart.
Yes, for sure. Because, all of us have a heart, Julie, right? So, as the human race goes, we are connected from that standpoint as well, right? That we have dreams of our own, but yet a lot of our dreams are similar, right? We have common goals. We all want to take care of ourselves. We all want to take care of our family. We have friends and loved ones that we want to help so that they can have, a good life, as we know what that, can do for people, right? It makes a huge difference when you're able to, help someone because you have the means, because you have the resource to do so, right? It's a huge plus. And a lot of people don't need a lot of help, Julie. People are not running around saying, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Why can't I be a millionaire? No, people just want to have good quality of life, be able to, get their children good education, be able to, go to bed at nights without hearing, bullets being fired. People just want to feel safe, right? People want to be safe. People want to be constructive. They want to be productive. They want to be able to see themselves making a contribution to society, not just taking, right? And here on Passive, it's given every single one who's connected to us, given every single one the opportunity to do just that, and so it is just brilliant. The plan itself is brilliant, Julie. What has been put together by Mr. Mufara and his staff is just incredible. And there's no reason whatsoever that we will not be the best of the best.
Absolutely. Talking about the best of the best, there is the meaning behind our background right now, saying we are the future of technology. And that's really leading two of us into the conversation of how the products of OnPassive are created and connecting to each other. Let's talk about the products of how all of what is being created, totally connecting into something that's really strong to basically helping the humanity. Michael, this is really
absolutely, because you need multiple products to accomplish the goal, right? You need multiple. It's not just one product. One product is not going to get us there. Yes, one product can certainly help a lot of people, but one by itself does not actually reach out and touch all the different areas where there's lack of heart, right? Lack of love. That's missing in so many products that's out there in the marketplace, right? So if you can bring something to the world whereby it's not going to cost them, an arm and a leg, it makes a big difference in people's pocket. If you can help businesses save money, that makes a big difference in their pockets. If you can help people create jobs out there, so more people are employed. I mean, just today we learned of some people's favorite FB company, laying off like 11,000 people. We heard about what Mr. Musk is doing. Another 3,700 being laid off, and so on. So and there's going to be more of that happening, right? So when you have a company that is putting out products that's going to help individuals, help corporations be able to streamline and be able to save money without necessarily laying off people to do that, because it can be done, right? We should be employing people, Julie, not laying them off. And we see OnPassive is still open for having more staff to the team, right? And that's only going to help to stimulate the economy as we move forward, right? So that certainly is a good thing. But then we look at each of the individual products then, you can't just have a domain name. Okay, well, you need content, right? So that in itself is a separate product, right? Just to have a domain, you need hosting, right? To have a business online, well, you need to have traffic. So you need all these pieces, right? Usually we get these things from different companies, right? But here in OnPassive, you have one single sign-on, you have one platform whereby everything is at your fingertips, right? To have an e-learning session, well, you also need to have a communication or a webinar platform, right? So you need to combine these different products together so that they're more effective and more efficient, right? In order to get the job done. And that's exactly what OnPassive has done. So kudos to our staff in Hyderabad, kudos to the team in Dubai, that are making it all happen behind the scenes. Again, we are the best of the best based upon the people that are in charge, based upon the people behind the scenes that's making it all happen for every single one of us.
Absolutely. And I also love the fact that what they are creating, not only that they are, the products are interconnected, intertwined with each other, but at the same time is going to be automatically done for the people that are involved, right? Dr. Soha said the other day in our meeting, just enjoy it, just coming into OnPassive and enjoy it, because all the hard work has been done behind the scene, not only just being done in the best way of it needs to be done. Not only that, it is transparent and so clean that anybody can be part of it. And this is just a very beautiful point of what's being created in front of us, Michael.
Yeah, well, we say we are the correction to the corruption, right? So We know that a lot of businesses, because of their focal point, right? They just focus on themselves, focus on, well, how much more money can I make? So if I lay off some people here, okay, that's going to help my bottom line, right? That's a lot of salaries that I don't have to pay out, right? So my expenses have gone down, right? If I can decrease my expense, then my profit is going to increase, right? So you have those companies, and that's all their focal point is. Where non-passive is like, no, how can we help the end user? How can we help that customer to have the best experience, right? And so if that's your focus on the customers, the money will come, right? So we don't need to worry about the profits and so on. We just want to continue to produce value after value after value. And that's what's going to separate us from every other company out there. So we don't need to compare ourselves to this company or that company, because we know, where we're coming from, right? We're starting out with a heart, and we build upon that, right? And we're going to scale our business based upon that fact, as opposed to, it's all about, okay, how can we make more money? What else can we add? And that's going to bring more money into the company. And so the company keeps getting fat and getting fat and getting fat. And then the customers, them are suffering because they're the ones that's bearing the cost. But if you give them what they're looking for, right? Give them the value, give them the proper products that's going to help them in whatever endeavor they're engaged in. But if you do that, but at the same time, keep it cost effective, right? Then it's a complete win. It's a win for the company because they have happy customers. If you have happy customers, they will stay with you indefinitely, right? And that's exactly what's going to happen. We've seen people join, even say from a social platform standpoint, we've seen them join different platforms and they walk away because they felt that they weren't getting the value. They felt that they were being abused because their data is being sold, and all these are passive. All we have to do, like you said, is just sit back and enjoy the ride. The old media team will guide us in the right direction. They'll give us the proper communication. They'll give us all the tools that we need, right? And all we have to do is just sit back and enjoy the ride. And that everyone can do, Julie. Not everyone can market. Not everyone can sell. Not everyone can create. But everyone can sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Absolutely. That is so true. The part that I truly love, since I've been involved in On Passive, is that On Passive focusing on giving people the values that just last forever, the value that going to not only uplifting humanity, that will give humanity time back on their own hand, give them time for them to be able to enjoy their family, and especially give them total freedom. And based on what have been talking about, On Passive is truly a gift to me, a gift, a treasure to the world because of what is being laying out so far. And I know the curtain hasn't been completely open yet, but peakly, little bit at a time, has been open to all of us who are brand ambassador. So let's go into the brand ambassador. Of all of us right now, there's over 1.4 million people right now that are brand ambassador around the world. We embody the brand On Passive, the global brand On Passive. So what is your thoughts for all the brand ambassadors who are currently listening, or the people that are actually watching and looking forward to speaking with all the brand ambassadors around the world?
Sure. Well, I mean, first thing is that we as brand ambassadors, are on top of the world, right? That is something that we need to embrace that fact that we are at the top. We're not at the bottom. We don't have to work our way up the ladder, right? We're already at the top of the ladder, right? From a global perspective, we are the top. So that's a good place to start from, right? That's not what we're ending. That's not the finish line. That's where we're starting from. We're starting from the top. So as brand ambassadors, we have to carry ourselves. We have to conduct ourselves accordingly, right? We have to walk the walk. We have to, walk the talk. You understand? We have to make sure that we're always putting the company in a very professional. Everything that we say have to be correct. There's no reason for us to stretch the truth. There's no reason for us to make up anything, right? It's just not necessary. And this is why we have an old media department, right? So they can, again, give us the guidance. They can put us on the right track. They can, lead us down the path that we ought to be going in. And that's great. So that way we don't have to come up with anything, right? You know, they're going to be your eyes. They're going to be your mouth. You know what I mean? So all we do is just toe the line, right? And so it's always good that we don't have to reinvent the wheel, you know? But we as brand ambassadors, we're going to obviously, you know, wear, you know, that cap, if you wish, you know, very proudly, right? We're going to walk around with our head, you know, held high, simply because of the standard that on passive it's going to be expected to be seen in, right? From the language that we use, you know, just everything. So all we have to do is just celebrate, you know, from one success to the next success. And then when the doors are open, Julie, you know, when things are revealed, you know, the curtain is now unveiled, you know, people are going to see exactly what we've been talking about for almost 4.5 years. They're going to see it because a lot of people, you know, in the beginning, you know, wasn't sure, was, you know, humming high and all these things. But there are those that from the very beginning, they got it. You know, they're like, you know what? I want to go along for this journey. I want to go along for this ride and see, right? Even though you didn't understand everything, but you know what though? There was enough there, right? There's enough there to kind of push you to go forward with the company and to see, you know, where's it going to take us, right? And it has taken us to some serious heights. I'm not good with heights, Julie, right? But we've gone above the clouds in on passive. There's no doubt about that, and it's strictly because, again, the management, you know, the products that are available, the values that have been created, and the impact that it's going to have in society, right? If there's no impact in society, then you know, what's the point, right? But we're going to have a positive impact, not just an impact, but a positive impact we're going to have in society, as we definitely will be uplifting a lot of people around the world. So that is exciting. You know, that is something to look forward to reap the benefits for yourself and your family, but also to see the smiles on people's face when they know that, you know what, I can send my child to a good university. You know, I can go to the grocery store and get my children, you know, good nutrition, not just buying junk, but be able to buy healthy food, because you are what you eat. Okay, you really are. You are what you eat. So if you're not eating, you know, well, right, as in, you know, getting good nutrients into your body, you know, it's going to take its toll over time on you, right? So we certainly want to be healthy, and this is one of the things that will help us. On passive is a solution in so many different areas in our lives. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. I love what you're saying, Michael. I also love the fact that on passive is getting so close to the day that the world will know what on passive is about. For all of our friends that joining us here today on Facebook, on YouTube, you could always go to www.onpassive.com to see more on information about on passive, to see more information about our products. And if you like to really learn and then understand a little bit more and read more, you could always go to our blog, which is onpassive.com/blog. You could always go to that. And then also there's YouTube channels, official YouTube channel for On Passive. There's many official, you know, On Passive YouTube channels and information out there that you actually can go to. But the best place to be, if you are accessing to the internet, is onpassive.com, www.onpassive.com. You're going to see so many fresh and beautiful look. Let's talk a little bit about our website, Michael. It's brilliant of what go behind onpassive.com.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. To see, you know, a new website every so often, that's not been done. That has not been done before. You know, you go to a company's site and it's the same, you know, site that you're seeing. It's the same theme, same color, same everything. And to have a website that is dynamic, something that is constantly changing, it's refreshing. You know, everyone has their favorite color, right? So, you know, you may look at something and it may not appeal to you just because of the color, just the way it's laid out on the site. So all of a sudden you come back and you see something different, and oh, maybe that's the one that caught your attention, right? Because the colors may be different, the tabs are different, it's the layout is not the same as it was before, and so on. So as you see these changes, what happens is that some people are engaged today, right? The site catches their attention. Tomorrow, others, their attention, will be caught, and so on. So what you're always doing is putting out something there that it may not appeal to you, Julie, but it appeals to someone else, right? But then you come back a few days later, and then now it appeals to you, Julie. You understand? So, that is brilliant. That's a brilliant thing that this company is doing. We have real products, because we are a real company, and we have real solutions, right? Because anyone can create a whole bunch of products, like anyone can do that, right? But are they solutions though, right? Will they actually help people, right? And that's what we have in On Passive, is that we do have products that's certainly going to help individuals. It's going to help businesses. It's going to help organizations, whether profit or nonprofit. It's going to help even governments, so we do have something for everyone. And again, another reason why we are so interconnected, within industries, we're interconnected, because it's not just about one particular one, right? And so everything about On Passive is just brilliant, right? That's why we are the best of the best, right? Regardless of what anyone wants to think. We know we are in On Passive. We've seen the development. We've seen the growth, right? We've seen it all. So who best to be able to deliver that message? Who best to be able to present what On Passive is about? But those who are in On Passive. It only makes sense, right? I can't come and tell you about your family, Julie, because I'm not in your family, so to speak, right? But I can certainly tell you all about my family because I'm in my family, right? And so that's what it is with On Passive. Those who are in and have been paying attention, are engaged, they are so excited. They're overwhelmed because our CEO and the rest of the staff just keep over delivering. We have more than what we expected, and we certainly got more than our money's worth. That's for sure.
For sure. I love what you said here. Everyone, if you're currently watching this, right? Everything that we are talking about here are interconnected, right? The world, the products, the people that involve are so interconnected together. And if you wanted to see more, you go to www.onpassive.com. But you know what? There are going to be products that are going to be introduced to the world that you could be part of, those are some of the free products that are going to be coming out very soon, right? Within days, I would say. Now, understand the fact that On Passive is made for the entire world, for billions of people in the world, but you can only get to use those products through the brand ambassadors, right? So if you are currently connecting and understanding, and a lot of people that actually share On Passive with you, or if you're so tired of all the spam email, or you're so tired about the social media that you're connecting with people that you're not even sure whether or not they're real people, right? Get a hold of some of the brand ambassadors near you, next to you, by your area. We are everywhere around the world. And that's what it called. On Passive is interconnecting. We are connecting one person at a time, one product at a time, one individual, one community at a time, right, Michael? I'm so fired up.
Sure. Julie, the thing is this: if people, want to register a domain name, if they want, they need web hosting, if they want to secure their network, anywhere in the world, if they want to capture images, they want to, polish, their video content. Like, there's just so much. right? They want to build a website that works. All these things and more people can get within On Passive. We really have something for everyone. Those people who, as you said earlier, about time freedom, right? Maybe you have money, but you spend all your time, engaged in making that money, but you have no time, right? So maybe you're looking for time freedom. On Passive can provide that for you as well. We have what the world needs. On Passive will be the new internet. There's no doubt about that. So that says a lot because there's a lot that's on the internet. Okay, but why not come from a clean perspective, right? Why not come from a safe environment, right? This is what On Passive will provide for yourself, for your family, your children, your children's children, right? For generations to come, right? On Passive is that one thing that you've been looking for so long. Because we've had these conversations. We've had people saying, oh, for the past 20 years, I've been looking for this. For the past 30 years, I've been looking for this. For the past 40 years, I've been searching. And finally, I found my home. And that's what On Passive is to a lot of people. So look out, world. We are the future of technology. There's no doubt about that. All of our products are infused with artificial intelligence. So we know where the next trend is going to be, and we stay ahead of that curve, right? And that's who visionaries are. We're not following other people's footsteps, right? We scope out the land, right? We see what's out there, right? And then we say, okay, where are the challenges, right? How can we provide solutions to those challenges, all right? And so we are the trendsetter. On Passive is just that. So we're in a very, very good place. All brand ambassadors should be so proud of what they've been a part of, what they've helped, to push forward out there. And it's time to, let the world in on what we know, right? Because we're on the inside, we know. They're on the outside, they don't know. Okay, so it's full time, and the countdown has started. Now we're talking about days away from being able to let the world see why we are so excited, Julian, why we are on fire every single day. It's a great privilege to be in this company. So there's lots of gratitude to go around. There's no doubt about that. And whosoever thought enough of you to have actually shared this information, to actually invited you in, it is a blessing. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. And I truly wanted to end on that point. But I want to go a little further on the connections that On Passive has with the world, right? Which is coming up in 11 days, guy. 11 days, the World Cup is going to be opening to the world. But the part that I want to talking about is the partnership between On Passive with Bean Sport, which is a global network that live stream every major sport in the world. And On Passive is partnering with Bean Sport, which I also call it's an interconnection that On Passive has many years creating that beautiful connections, right? So in 20 days, in 11 days, the world is going to see something that I believe is a phenomenon.
Yeah, for sure. We know that beIN Sports, I think that it's over 120 something, different channels, that they're going to be live streaming the event, right? And we know that a lot of people is going to be watching that particular sporting event, and we are part of that, So again, when people see this commercial and they see the On Passive logo, they're gonna like, wow, okay, that's what my friend was talking about. Oh, that's what my brother or sister or whomever was talking about. This company called On Passive, right? On Passive is massive, right? It really is. And we are connected in so many different places, so many different areas, to have offices in multiple places, right? And so again, that's also interconnected, right? We're not just in one location. It's not just an American company, but we do have offices in other places around the world, and that's a good thing. And this is at the beginning, Julie. It's the beginning. What's going to happen a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? What will the on passive landscape look like, right? And I'm saying for brand ambassadors, the fact that you are here, the fact that you're at the top, the fact that you are just a small piece of this juggernaut, look out, right? Look out. You won't be able to contain yourself with what's going to happen within your life, and so all we can do is just continue to share the same message, continue to be in oneness, continue to make sure we're following what has been communicated to us, and we stay glued to our back office to know what is next, right? What is next? What do I need to do next, right? Because all of that is there, right? Everything in OnPassive is transparent. There's never been another company that's been as transparent as OnPassive. We share so much, not just internally, but publicly, right? Publicly as well, because OnPassive is for the world, okay? It really is. And so I look forward to it, Julie. I am excited. Every day, my wife says, oh, that shirt, so bright, oh, you're happy today. What's going on? Right? And I'm like, I'm happy every day, right? But, sometimes the clothing we wear reflect our mood, right? And I'm just beaming with joy because of what this company is going to do to help so many worldwide. And that, has a special place in my heart, Julie. It really does.
Absolutely. This is so beautiful just to talk about OnPassive every day. We live it, we eat it, we breathe it, we embody OnPassive as brand ambassador. Well, we've been on for a while, and I really wanted to say how much I appreciate Mr. Mufara, the team behind, the great men and women behind the brand OnPassive. But watch out, grandparents, parents, there's going to be On Joy to the World sometime in 2023. And that is something that really touched my heart because, I have children. So they are the core to the future. So I'm so looking forward to that is coming. But at this point, I just wanted to say, thank you, Mr. Mufara, the team, the great men and women behind the brand of OnPassive, that you are working tirelessly to give us the vehicles for us to continue to carry on and to embody the brand ambassador badge. And I will commit to do that with joy, to carry that badge with joy and compassion.
Well, I'll just simply add, Julie, for those who love trivia, those who love fantasy sports, those who love to have fun, stay tuned because OnPassive will have lots of fun for you to enjoy. Okay, OnPassive, again, it's for everyone. It's for everywhere around the globe. Stay tuned because OnPassive will be a part of your life.
Absolutely. This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming on with me to share your passion of OnPassive and to share OnPassive message to the world. Do you want to say hello, goodbye, a few words?
Well, I'll say goodbye because we said hello already. But yeah, this is the best, Julie. This is if there was a job in the world that I can kind of coin myself, it would be this. Just to get up every day and talk about a subject matter that's dear to your heart. I watch a lot of sports, and I always look at the ones who are the best of the best. They eat, sleep, and drink their sport. They didn't just get that way overnight. Probably from age 2, maybe age 4, they were engaged in that activity. And they've been doing that for years. You look at a guy like Tom Brady, arguably the best quarterback, in the NFL, and 45 years old, and he's still at the top of his game. Why? Because he eats, sleep, and drink that sport. And we as brand ambassadors, we can do the same. We can eat, sleep, and drink on passive. It doesn't mean there's nothing else in your life. It doesn't mean there's nothing else that's important in your life. Not at all. But it just shows the attention, the care that you put into that, so that you can be the best of the best. And we as ambassadors, that's exactly who we are in On Passive. We are the best of the best that will be coming into On Passive. So we can learn from that, right? We can certainly learn from that. And I treasure every moment that I'm able to just share information, whether it's a 2-minute talk, whether it's an hour, 5 hours, it just doesn't matter. We can continue to go on and on and on about On Passive because it's something that we care about. It is something that is dear to our heart, and we will forever be grateful that Mr. Mufara decided to go down this path, decided to go on this journey, because it takes a special person to be able to do all of this, right? It takes a special person that is selfless, someone, that is not thinking about themselves, right? They're thinking about others, and they want to see others succeed. So to put something together in such a fashion whereby all we had to do was get in to win, because the company is doing all the heavy lifting and will continue to do the heavy lifting for us. That is just plain brilliance. Thank you, Julie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. We always appreciate you. Like I said earlier, the best place for you to look for information of On Passive is www.onpassive.com. And if you are the ambassador, the brand ambassador, the place for you to keep up with the information that is given to us is ofounders.net. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Please stay safe and take care of yourself and take care of others. Take care.
Bless you all.